Welcome back to Expectations Gap, the podcast where we bridge the divide between AI's promises and its real-world impact. I'm your host, Omneya Hamza. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic: how AI can learn without human supervision. What if I told you that AI could teach itself to recognize faces, objects, and even complex patterns without ever being explicitly told what they are? Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, it's not. It's happening right now, and it's been happening for a while, and it's changing the way we think about machine learning. Most of the AI we interacted with and we still interact with today relies on supervised learning. That means humans label massive data sets, feeding them to algorithms so they can learn to recognize patterns. Think of image recognition. If we want an AI to recognize cats, we give it thousands of labeled images of cats and tell it, this is a cat. But this approach has a big problem. Labels take time, effort, and sometimes they introduce bias. It's like spoon-feeding a child instead of letting them explore and learn on their own. Now, what if AI could learn without labeled data? That's where unsupervised learning comes in. A team of researchers from Stanford University and Google conducted an experiment in 2012 that changed everything. Their research paper, named Building High-Level Features Using Large-Scale Unsupervised Learning, marked the beginning of a major shift in how we approach AI. They trained a massive AI model on 10 million images from the internet, but here's the catch: without telling the AI what it was looking at. No labels, no categories, just raw data. And after 3 days of training on a cluster of 1,000 machines, something incredible happened. The AI discovered on its own the concept of a human face. It built a face detector without any prior knowledge of what a face even is. This was a turning point in AI research, proving that machines could extract complex, meaningful features from data without human intervention. So, how does an AI figure this out on its own? It uses deep learning, specifically an approach called a sparse autoencoder. This kind of AI mimics the way the brain works. It finds patterns, groups similar objects, and refines its understanding over time. Instead of being told this is a face, it notices common shapes, textures, and structures that appears repeatedly across images. And guess what? It didn't just learn faces, it also discovered cat faces and human bodies. It learned these features naturally just by observing massive amounts of data. Okay, you might be thinking now, why does this even matter? Why should we care that AI can discover patterns on its own? Well, for one, it makes AI more scalable. No longer do we need massive teams labeling data for every single new AI application. Instead, we can let AI learn from the world as humans do, by observing. This means AI can be applied in areas where labeled data is scarce, like medical imaging, rare language processing, and even scientific discoveries. Imagine an AI that can detect rare diseases just by scanning millions of medical images without human bias influencing the results. That's a game changer. But as always, there's another side to the coin. If AI can learn without supervision, it also means we have less control over how and what it learns. What if it picks up biases from the data? What if it creates its own unintended rules? Unsupervised learning is powerful, but it also raises ethical concerns. How do we ensure AI is learning in a way that aligns with human values? Who decides what's right or wrong in AI's decision-making? These are questions we need to start addressing now before AI becomes even more autonomous. Unsupervised learning is one of the most exciting frontiers in AI. It has the potential to revolutionize everything from healthcare to autonomous systems. But it also challenges us to rethink how we monitor, guide, and shape AI's development. As we move toward a future where AI can learn with minimal human input, we need to be proactive in setting the ethical framework that ensures it benefits us all. If you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. And as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What excites you or concerns you the most about AI learning on its own? Send me a message or leave a comment, and let's shape the future of AI together. See you next time.